Today we're talking about leveling up your network, episode 128. Let's hop in, team, and let's do this together. Drop me the word live if you're tuning in live. Drop me some sunshine emojis or something representative of the weather in your local region if you're tuning in sometime in the future. Hey, what's up? Jeremy here from whatupjeremy.com, back with another episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In yesterday's episode of the show, we talk about something that might be distracting you, that if you're focusing on is absolutely distracting you from getting the right results and the results you're looking for in your online business. That's right. We talked about what happens when you focus on the vanity metrics of your online business. Running an online business these days and running an organically grown online business these days can feel like a little bit of a popularity contest. And with all of these platforms and the different ways that you can measure your success, that if you measure your success by, specifically for you as an online coach, does not mean that you will be a success. So what happens when you focus on vanity metrics? Well, you start to lose sight of what actually grows your business and pays the bills. So in yesterday's episode, we talk about what happens when you focus on vanity metrics and what to do instead, how to get yourself out of that, and what to be focusing on so that your business grows in the right direction, the direction that you're wanting, in the direction where you create the impact, the success stories, the revenue, and the lifestyle that you're wanting. So be sure to backtrack one episode to get all of that. Here in today's episode, let's talk about how to level up your network. I want to talk about what it means, when all ships rise in a high tide, how to be the kind of person that attracts that and that is capable of having high quality, high value people around them, around you. So let's hop in and let's talk about it. The first thing you need to know about leveling up your network, that if you want to do this, a very admirable goal, but you have to accept the responsibility. Everything starts with you. Growing a network for most people does not happen of its own accord. It does not happen with some effort. It does not happen without getting yourself out of the house, without getting yourself out of your comfort zone, without getting yourself out into new environments. Just by joining a mastermind, a coaching program, even a networking group, you are going to start to expose yourself to new people, to new concepts, and new ideas, and these things will change you. And whatever you bring to the table will also change that group that you're in. But you are not going to magically attract amazing people around you that want to hang out with you, be around you, add value to your life if you don't first accept the responsibility of it. Dealing with people is not necessarily easy. And for many of you, it's not the talent that you were born with. It is not the inherent thing that you are really good at. And there are a percentage of you where that totally is the case, that you don't know a life without tons of people around you and waking up every single day with many social invitations at different times of your day and different times of the upcoming week. For many of you, that is not the case. And that might be because you haven't accepted the responsibility. If you want to be the kind of person that is getting invited to events that make you better, that level up your mindset, that level up your business, you have to accept that responsibility first. And you have to be setting the goal of that. You have to be wanting that. You have to know that that's something that you're wanting to chase and wanting to create and wanting to have happen, whether it's in your business or your personal life. So thing number one for how to level up your network is it all starts with accepting the responsibility. Once you have done that, I want to bring back and reintroduce a concept we've talked about over the last 20 or so episodes when it comes to the circle of trust and when it comes to feedback. One of the toughest things and the toughest moments you'll have in the most meaningful relationships you have is when they feel comfortable and confident coming to you to let you know something that they think you might not be aware of or that you're not taking seriously that can make you better. That's right, we're talking about feedback. You have to be the kind of person that not only is willing to give feedback in tough moments and around tough subjects and tough circumstances, you have to be the kind of person that seeks it out, that is comfortable enabling the people around you as you're growing your network or as you're leveling up your existing network, that goes to them in advance and you say, I'm looking to get better at this thing, at this area in my life, at this area in my business, and this thing in my character, my personality. Can you do me a favor and let me know when I'm missing the mark on that? Can you, in private, tell me, and when the moment's right, will you kindly let me know when I'm missing the mark on this thing? and building people up to do that. And I think what you'll also find is when people are comfortable coming to you with feedback and you're receptive of the feedback and that you don't respond right away, you take a second to think about it, maybe even hours, days, weeks, months to think about it before you respond, before you react, that they will also begin to enable themselves and enable you to be that kind of person with them. This is a little bit about creating a culture, which is absolutely needed when it comes to creating a community, to building people around you. And when you accept the responsibility, you put yourself in the driver's seat of your life, and you also put yourself in the driver's seat of your network. You become the person that other people come to. And having a network, when you're starting it, you're going out and building it, and you are doing things and joining events and joining different circles and doing things, whether it's online or in person, to actually foster that. But when you come from the right energy and you're willing to give feedback and you're seeking feedback out, people will see that there's something different in you than everybody else. You are a little bit of a leader and you are showing leadership qualities. And the people that you want to be around are comfortable enough with the idea, trust me, that you are a leader and that they also want to be a leader too. And kings talk to kings, queens talk to queens, so to say, meaning leaders will seek out other leaders. And I think that people, and I got this analogy from, I believe it was Dean Jackson and from also Joe Polish, which is, picture everyone walking around holding their umbilical cord in their hand, dying for something to plug that into, dying to feel accepted, dying to feel a part of something, whether that's in a relationship with just one other person, whether that's a group, a larger community, or with an ideal. And when you're the kind of person that has that kind of energy and they see a leader in you, and they themselves maybe think highly of themselves and consider themselves a leader, whether they are acting on that to a level 10 in their life and in their business, they're going to want to plug in with you. And when you can find those sort of connections, you create the breeding ground for lifelong relationships and for relationships where you guys get better together, where you build other people up. And when they're having an off day, you're there for them and you hold an image of them for them in your mind and in your heart of who they're capable of being when they are missing the mark and when they are losing sight of their own capabilities. And you do that for others, and then you have your off day, you have your off moment, your off week. You'll have other people around you who hold that image of you in their mind and in their heart and find ways to bring that to you to get you out of that. And so you at first become the person that they need. And then in time, as you build them up, they become the person that you need. I hope I said that correctly, but they will need you at first. You build people up. They may not all be at your level, perceptively or not. They may not know as much as you, had much success of you, consider themselves as a leader like you do. But in time, by reflecting off of you, they will step into those shoes and into the image that you hold of them. And when you need them and in your darkest moment, you'll have people around you who can hold you up, who can remind you of who you really are and what you're really capable of. Third, lastly, if you want to level up your network, you must level up yourself. You must be worthy of attracting in other leaders and other people of value, of varying levels of success, whether they have reached your level of success or any level of success. Because you never know who someone's going to become or who someone's going to be, especially with your help and with you being around them. And so, if you want to be the kind of person that deserves and commands attention and other people in social situations and circumstances and community and culture, you must level up and be working on yourself. This is reading books. This is being a person of your word. This is saying what you're going to do and doing what you say. This is talking the talk as well as walking the walk. This is in private when you're alone and no one's watching, holding yourself to your own word and to your own standards and not just making a lip service and an image and an outward appearance for others. This is when you're holding someone else to a level of responsibility and accountability, you're also doing that with yourself even when no one else is watching. This is you doing the deep inner work in silence and alone, in solitude, to unpack and extrapolate, big word alert, what must be getting some more attention and what darkness inside of you must be having some light shine upon it so that it can be brought out, so that you can look at it from a neutral standpoint, and so that you can judge it, and so that you can understand why things are happening in your life and be solving them and be reconciling your judgment, looking at the bad of it, and then also looking at the good of it and finding the meaning inside of it. If you want to level up your network, you must level up yourself. And I don't know of a quicker way of attracting in higher quality, higher caliber people than by you becoming the kind of person that you are wanting to attract. This is turning the game on its head. This is an inversion of sorts that creates all different kinds of magic in your life and therefore in your business, and brings in the kind of people that, regardless of where they're at when you found them or when they found you, their life gets made better because of them coming across you. And in time, the same shine is rubbed off on you. And when you have a circle of people around you that you can trust, that you can be vulnerable with, that you can share things with, that you can bring your problems and situations and circumstances to, and that you're comfortable and confident that they will not judge you for it, and that they will be a sounding board for you, sometimes just to talk it out, sometimes to get actual advice, you now create the recipe for being the kind of person that others die to be around and that seek out and that invite you to the sort of events and masterminds and trips and adventures that you're probably wanting if you haven't already been thinking about that. And when you level up your network, you create a pool of people around you that you can pour into. And to give is to receive. And so when you pour into others and you help them level up in time, and in a very short time, a shorter time than you're probably thinking, they will help you level up too. In the next episode of Client by Client, I want to talk about the importance of a little bit of what we're talking about here with your network, more in terms of your community that you're specifically leading, that you are the chosen leader of. I want to talk about the importance of your email list. Whenever you are ready, here are a few ways I can help you grow your online business. First, download your free copy of GetBookedCRM. Coaches, are you still managing your leads and pipeline from Instagram DM, Facebook Messenger, and your email inbox, where you're losing leads in the cracks and leaving a lot of money and clients on the table every single month? That's why I created GetBookedCRM. What started out as a free way for me to manage my lead and pipe What started out as a free way for you to manage my leads and pipeline has quickly become a favorite tool of my private clients and many members in the Leverage Coach community. Get leads and turn them into clients in half the time. To download your free copy now, just find me over on Instagram and send me the letters CRM. Second, join my free group for online coaches. I've got coaches from all over the world in dozens of coaching niches, all implementing my strategies and methods for starting and growing an online business. Get access to free trainings and other people just like you, maybe a step ahead, maybe at the same step, maybe a baby step behind where you're at. For your free invitation now, just find me on Instagram and send me the word group. Lastly, become my next success story. I'm getting a couple coaches together this month to implement my methods and framework to inject a minimum of $15K worth of new clients or doubling your existing client roster base over the next 30, 60, 90 days. But working with the right people is super important to me, so only respond to this if you are a relationship-focused coach who always puts the person ahead of the money. You've been coaching for at least 6 months to a year. You'd like to get 3 to 5 clients organically every week or month from social media without wasting money and time on paid ads. You have at least 300 friends on a social media platform, email list, or Facebook group. You are willing to take bold action because you know that your success depends upon it. And last but most importantly, you can keep a secret. If that's you, I want you to grab your phone right now, tap that Instagram app icon, do a little search, and find me at What Up Jeremy. Give me a follow and binge on some content while you're there. And then when you're ready, I want for you to message me the words case study. When you do that, I'll ask you a couple questions about your online business, about your vision for the next 12 months, and then I'll share with you what we have coming up this month in the Get Clients program, how we're already helping students from all over the world in dozens of different coaching niches. And we'll also identify what part of the program will likely make the biggest impact on your business the soonest. That way you know what to expect. For all the details now, just find me over on Instagram and send me the words case study. That's it for this episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Cheers. All right. What was your biggest insight? What did I say in today's episode that resonated most with you, wherever you're getting this Drop me a comment and let me know what stood out to you most. Drop me the word "end" in all caps if you made it all the way through to the end. That's it for me, team. Hope your week has been productive and profitable. We're back tomorrow with another one. See you guys then. Peace.